Hi, I'm David Dodge. Welcome to Green Energy Futures. Join me as we uncover unique energy solutions across Canada. Every week, we'll bring you the stories of people in businesses and communities who are changing the way we power this country.
Today, we're in Toronto, Ontario. Imagine a place that's planning to turn off all of its coal plants in just 2 years and replace most of it with renewable energy. That's happening right now in Ontario. The explosion of renewable energy in Ontario can be ascribed to one thing: Ontario's Green Energy Act.
In most places you drive around Ontario, there's at least some evidence of the impact of the Green Energy Act and the feed-in tariff program.
That's Tyler Hamilton, the editor of Corporate Knights magazine and a long-time clean energy columnist for the Toronto Star. He's commenting on the green energy revolution that's sweeping through Ontario. It's a revolution driven by the feed-in tariff, a German innovation.
I think Ontario chose that mechanism for two reasons. One is to provide transparency and predictability in the system so that you enter into a contract with the government, you know in advance how much you're going to get paid for that energy that you're producing, you know that you're going to get a long-term contract, and that makes it easier for you to go out and raise capital to be able to build that project, whether you're a homeowner taking out a loan or you're a large developer trying to raise it in from financial institutions.
Some call this democratizing the energy system, so regular people, small businesses, and community groups can also get involved in building a new, cleaner energy grid.
The other advantage, I think, is the fact that it gets everybody participating potentially in the renewable energy and just the energy system period in the province. Before we had this RFP structure where there's a request for proposals. The projects envisioned were large projects, large wind farms. The only people that could really participate were large deep-pocketed corporations that could spend the $1 million or $2 million as part of the process to get to the point where they could even bid, with the potential that they might not even win. Small businesses can't do that. Homeowners can't do that. Even small developers can't do that. So by embracing a feed-in tariff, you could really be anybody who wants to put a solar panel on your roof, to a business wanting to put a large system on your flat rooftop, to a farmer, to a school, to a small business, a small developer, all the way up to large developers. Everybody has an equal chance to participate.
Judith Lipp is the executive director of Trek Renewable Energy Cooperative. Trek has been an influential renewable energy policy group in Ontario. Lipp says the Green Energy Act has involved thousands of Ontarians in energy production.
That's quite possible. If you look at the number of microfit applications that came into the OPA, in excess of 200,000. A lot of those, have now been built. There's an expectation that people would put solar on their rooftop because the urban households that are maybe, thinking about their energy consumption, etc. But what we're finding is it's the farmers that really embrace the microfit program, recognize the revenue that it could generate, and it's also the farmers that we hear are supportive of wind projects because they recognize their land has a value and somebody is willing to pay them a price for that.
Ensuring that the benefits of the Green Energy Act went to both corporations and farmers, homeowners and co-ops, is just good policy, according to George Smitherman, who's the former Minister of Energy of Ontario and the architect of the Green Energy Act.
Well, we knew that there was a big opportunity because we had a sense of how much coal was used in Ontario. It was also the times, 2008, the heart of the financial crisis. And for Ontario, it was very important to be able to wrap ourselves around an industry with a really, really bright future. So I think that we were motivated to do something big and significant and transformative.
It's interesting because from far away, or even just from Alberta, you hear about the stories and you hear about some of the controversy around it, that sort of thing, but I don't think you hear as much about all of the things that are actually happening. Characterize what's happened in the last couple of years.
Well, Ontario is a big piece of territory, and all around the territory you have projects that are coming to life that are bringing new revenue tools and new spending to many communities, rural and remote communities, that are in desperate need of it. Now you have electricians in the province of Ontario who see green energy projects, small or large, as a substantial portion of their business in a way that not that long ago didn't exist at all.
Ontario's already entered into contracts with more than 13,600 individuals, businesses, and community groups to build more than 10,000 megawatts of solar, wind, hydro, and biofuel energy projects. That's the equivalent of a nuclear power plant. For more stories on Ontario's green energy revolution, photo galleries, blogs, and much more, head on down to greenenergyfutures.ca. We'd also love to hear from you on Twitter and Facebook. I'm David Dodge.